I mean, you see the way they came in?
Two others jumped out on Joshua.
With his daughter right there? Nah, I ain't gonna lie. This is wildin', bro. This is wildin'. I thought there was a code, bro. When you got your kid, bro, you off limits. That's wild. Whoa. Yo, till we back. I'm gonna think boy do it in the reaction. Listen, we got the deadly battle of Hackney, Borough at war. Hey man, make sure you watch the whole video throughout. I appreciate all y'all been giving me. Man, let's get right into it. I ain't even gonna waste y'all time. Let's go, man. Watch the whole video though. Facts. Stop playing with me, man. And even if it got ads, hey, just watch them shits too, alright? Watch all of them. I look at it.
Hackney, a place where thousands of people all over the UK rush to move to, with some of the best schools, social life and quality of living in London. Hackney really has something for everyone, with one of the most thriving nightlifes in London, located in Shoreditch and Dalston.
Wait, y'all got a fire nightlife over there? Okay, I might pop out. Now if I pop in, y'all gonna let me over there? What's up? Yeah, feel me? I might have to pop out.
Big opportunity of inner city nature and wildlife in London Fields and the Hackney City Farm, while also having wonderful examples of art and culture with its several museums,
that's fire,
and street art, while also being home to a wide range of different cultures and social classes who live side by side with each other. All of this while being so close to the center of the city. But in the background of all of this, there's a darker side to the borough. A side which is constantly getting covered up. Today, we'll be getting into the history of Hackney and the deadly gang war that's plagued the borough for decades.
Okay, alright.
Before I get into this video,
Kid nerd,
so make sure you up what it was back in the day, which was a poverty-ridden area with a lot of crime. In the 1960s, Hackney was seen as the heart of East London. Despite its harsh poverty, the nightlife made it a very bright and exciting area. But in the background, residents lived in relative fear due to old-school English gangsters who self-governed a lot of what was happening around the borough.
Wait, what type of what were they? What type of people? Like, are they Italian or something like that? So they look like
one of the most famous examples being the Cray twins, who grew up in the slums of Hackney and grew up to be one of the most powerful and influential duos in the criminal underground around London. Decades after this, a new fool started to emerge inside London, the Jamaican Yardies, and they were a big reputation. For violence around London. Some of the first areas the Yardies were building their influence was inside Hackney and another area in London called Tottenham. And it wasn't long before gang members in Hackney and Tottenham started having issues between themselves. In the late 90s, back and forth issues mainly between the London Fields and Pembury areas of Hackney and the Broadwater Farm Estate in Tottenham escalated in a full-out war, which was one of the deadliest gang wars the UK had seen at the time. Thankfully, this feud ended up dying out after the younger generations didn't keep it alive. Instead, the younger generations in Hackney were more focused in petty feuds inside the borough. School fights between kids from London Fields and Clapton started being a cause for concern in Hackney. It started getting a bit more worrying when different areas and estates around the borough started picking sides. A couple kids from nearby estates in Holly Street and Balance Road in Homerton started teaming up with Clapton against London Fields. But at this time, it was just an innocent group of kids fighting each other outside of schools. Unfortunately, this all changed on June the 9th, 2003. A few days
2003, we going way back. He did a deep dive into the history, bro. I like that.
Boys from London Fields and Holly Street had a group fight like they had been doing throughout the last few months. Holly Street were looking for revenge and decided to take this feud to the next step. So on June the 9th, they drove to London Fields, which is no less than 2 minutes away from Holly Street, in 3 different cars loaded with a pistol and a shotgun. When they arrived, they spotted a group of kids playing outside the London Fields estate and immediately started shooting. 2 shots hit an 18-year-old called JD Brissett, sadly killing him, starting a war which goes on till this day. This murder was all over the news and was labelled as the first ever postcode war death in London, and more was to come. Throughout the rest of
that's insane. They had the pistols and shotguns out there.
In the 2000s, violence was erupting all over the borough, which divided Hackney into 2 sides, red side and blue side, with different estates
Blue is like, what? Blue and red? Red is more blue than red? I mean, it's more red and blue. What?
In different sides. Hackney's a small place as well, with it being the 4th smallest out of 32 boroughs in London, and with so many estates and gangs all over the borough, with most of the time only a street separating them. Violence was becoming an everyday occurrence, especially in the summers during school holidays. On one summer in 2008, a 16-year-old boy called Ahmed was with a group of his friends on the top floor of his housing estate in London Fields when they spotted a group of boys riding bikes towards their building. Ahmed's friends scattered while the group was chasing them to the top of their building, but Ahmed lost his friends and got cornered by the gang, so he attempted to climb down the high-rise estate on the side of the building, which was his only escape. He ended up falling 60 feet to his death.
Oh my god, 60 feet, bro?
A day before, he was meant to receive his GCSE results, which he passed 9 subjects on. 10 days later, London Fields boys wanted revenge, so 6 boys from the London Fields area rode bicycles near an opposing area called Pembury and stabbed a 14-year-old boy who went by the name of Fester, just
14, bro?
yards from his house, leaving him to die. The boys then proceeded to even slash Fester's 16-year-old sister in the face, who was with him at the time. Around the same time, all of
Nah, they're going crazy.
this mess was happening on the streets. A group of slightly older guys from London Fields was starting to pave the way for Hackney musically. A few early artists from the London Fields area, like Margs, Asco, Hypo and Tricky, made a rap group called Masstown. They were really making noise on the music scene in a time before big record deals for UK artists. But Masstown's early success really showcased to a lot of younger kids that there may be a chance of success outside of the streets. Younger kids from the London Fields area also tried their chance on music. One of these kids being someone who went by the name of Error Kid, who jumped on tracks with other younger members from London Fields. But sadly in 2009, his music career was cut short after he was attacked by members from the opposing areas of Hoddesdon, leaving him dead. More youngers from London Fields also started dropping music, calling themselves
So you can say that, is this the start of drill? Is this the start of drill?
ROS or Ride Out Squad, and they were making a lot of noise on the scene in the early 2010s. Other artists throughout Hackney started gaining more notoriety as well. One of the first diss tracks to come out of Hackney was from a rapper in Homerton called Kemsey. He dropped a song called Balance Block, which was a big diss track to London Fields. A rapper called Rimsey from the Upper Clapton area also started dropping some big tracks with good production value, and he was looking like he was going to be the next big thing out of London. But while stuff was looking up for him on the music scene, unfortunately the streets of Hackney got the best of him. On January the 10th, Rimsey alongside 2 others were riding bicycles through Hackney, loaded with a revolver looking for any opposition gang members. An undercover police car spotted the group and started to pursue them, when Rimsey let off one shot into the unmarked police car before his gun jammed. The group cycled away, eventually ditching their bike.
I know he was heated, nigga. His gun jammed him. Oh, damn.
And making a run for it. But the trio were cool and Rimsey was sentenced to 11 years in jail. Another up and coming artist from an estate called Fellows Court in Hackney was starting to get his name out there on the scene when he dropped a tune called Trap.
Let me say this, the area, like how all the houses and shit is built, like apartments and shit, bro, that shit like New York, I ain't gonna lie.
Town, which was a direct diss track to London Fields. But sadly, just like Rimsey, he let the streets get the better of him. His name was Dubsy, and alongside 3 other friends from the Fellow Courts estate, they took a 5-minute trip from their estate to an opposing estate in Hackney called Hoddesdon. When they spotted the
Isn't it so crazy that it's only a 5-minute drive to go get your op? Like, I feel like it's just like, how are they so close in their ops, bro? Like, that's wild.
called Marcel Adai. He was recently seen in a Hoddesdon music video. The group spotted him and ran him down until Marcel tripped up. After he fell, the group proceeded to hold him down and stab him 14 times, leaving him for dead. The worst
14?
thing about this is not too long before, Fellows Court and Hoddesdon used to be part of the same gang until civil disputes broke them apart. Dubsy would receive a life sentence for this, cutting his music career short. But one murder that affected a lot of especially younger people in Hackney happened on April the 23rd, 2013. A kid who just turned 16 that went by the name of D-Dot was travelling home on his bus from school, ready to celebrate his 16th birthday, when he passed a school called Highbury Grove. move. Another school kid who spotted D-Dot through the window boarded the bus, stabbed him and ran off. D-Dot collapsed and sadly the next day he was pronounced dead. D-Dot started getting close to the London Fields gang.
His 16th birthday, bro.
In his area, who are still feud in the nearby area of Pembury, who his 15-year-old attacker was from. Due to the close proximity of all these feuding areas, a lot of kids from different gangs would come into close contact with each other, resulting in even the simple task of going to and from school a constant risk. Even sending kids outside of Hackney was no longer safe, with Hackney being both in North and East London. Gangs from nearby boroughs like Islington and Tower Hamlets also started getting involved in Hackney politics, which was becoming an increasing problem. But stuff for a little while was looking up for Hackney. Due to the 2012 Summer Olympics taking place in London, the government used the Olympics as an excuse to clean up parts of East London.
You have to. That's good.
Parts of the city. The Olympics took place in Stratford, a town just outside of Hackney, which had its own issues with crime. But by the time the Olympics was beginning, Stratford and parts of Hackney look unrecognizable.
I ain't gonna lie, them buildings is tough. What?
To its former state. Tower blocks were being taken down and replaced for modern apartments, and many low-income residents were being relocated to areas further away from the centre of London.
Damn.
And for a few years or so, the crime rate actually went down in Hackney, but this didn't last long. It would only take 2 years after the Olympics for the crime rate to go back up, and not long after, sadly another life was lost to the feud. J-Dot was a straight A student from Homerton who came to the UK with his family from Congo, searching for a better life. But unfortunately, while residing in Hackney, he started getting involved in the streets from early. J-Dot and his two friends, Gashi and Sana, were around an hour away from London in a town called Swindon, where Sana said the trio were out selling drugs in a county line operation. On January the 6th, 2015, the three were travelling back to London on the train. But what J-Dot and Gashi didn't know was that Sana was in communication with a 17-year-old London
Oh, nah. Not the setup, bro.
Letting him know that the three would be arriving at Hackney Central Station at 11
Not the
PM.
setup.
When the three arrived, J-Dot and Gashi stepped out of the station, not knowing that their so-called friend Sana had set them up in a trap of multiple London Fields members packed with knives. Once they walked out the station, the three dispersed after being ambushed by the London Fields boys. Luckily, they managed to get away, eventually ending up in their area Homerton. But at this time, they didn't put two and two together that their friend Sana had set them up. The London Fields members spent the next half an hour searching through the Hackney streets in an attempt to find both Gashi and J-Dot. Sana managed to locate the pair and once again leaked their whereabouts. This time they weren't as lucky. J-Dot was stabbed several times with a fatal stab wound to his heart. 4 people including Sana were arrested for this murder, where Sana even turned against the other 3 and testified against them.
She looked like a demon though, I ain't gonna lie.
They all got lengthy sentences. Around the same time as all of this happening, the UK drill scene started popularising in South London. Hackney as a whole was a bit late to the drill scene, but in 2018 the Borough started making their mark on the genre. A London Fields rapper named Lats blew up on the scene after dropping his hit single called The Truth. Another rapper coming out of the opposing area of Homerton was also making waves called KO, especially after dropping his Mad About Bars freestyle, which solidified him in the genre. But
okay, I'm about to tune into both of them. Okay.
another Homerton rapper that really put on for Hackney after he dropped No Doubt, the biggest drill song to come out of the UK at the time. The rap
No Doubt? Okay.
being someone who went by the name of Unknown T. Unknown T hadn't been rapping for too long, but when he dropped his single Homerton B on August the 19th, 2018, the song grew to a point that the drill scene had not seen before. Being
28 million views?
the first UK drill song to chart in the official singles charts, which was a shock to a lot of people. After this drop, Unknown T was looking like he was going to be the first drill artist to cross over to the mainstream. He secured a deal with the big music corporation Universal and even performed alongside big Canadian rapper Drake at the O2.
Whoa!
Unknown T was under investigation for a New Year's murder in 2018, a murder which took place not long before he dropped his first big single. Basically, during the New Year's party Unknown T and other Homerton members attended, reported, a 20-year-old man completely unrelated to Hackney's gang politics was stabbed to death after an altercation at the party. Unknown T alongside 3 others were arrested and charged for the murder. Another man part of the Homerton gang was also meant to be charged for the murder as well, called Sheg, but sadly him himself was also killed by London Fields members some months before. Unknown T managed to beat the murder case, claiming he wasn't involved in the fight, but
that nigga beat the case?
his 2 co-defenders was not as lucky and ended up getting sentenced for the murder. Throughout the next few years, back and forth murders, shootings and stabbings have continued throughout the borough, so much that I can't even cover everything on this video. One murder that was covered heavily on the news was the murder of a 29-year-old man called Joshua White on the 26th of April 2019. Just before this murder, a young member of the Stokey 16 gang who were allied with London Fields received threats from an older Stokey member who was in jail. The older member said that he wasn't putting in enough work for the gang and quoted that Theo needed to get somebody down or he would be de-recruited from the gang. So
that's insane. They really be doing that shit too. If you're not putting in work, nigga, they gon' go get a buddy right now. Or you out or you gonna get killed by us.
Theo alongside 2 other Stokey 16 members rode around in a stolen SUV looking for people around Homerton. When the group arrived at Frampton Park Road in E9, they spotted 29-year-old Joshua White, who used to have links to Homerton but was about to start a job as a train driver soon. Theo alongside 2 others jumped out on Joshua White and chased him into a shop, stabbing him multiple times.
Yo, them niggas was on timing. You see the way they came in?
2 others jumped out on Joshua.
With his daughter right there? Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Niggas is wildin', bro. Niggas is wildin'. I thought there was a code, bro. When you got your kid, bro, you off limits. That's wild. Whoa.
About to start a job as a train driver soon. Theo alongside 2 others jumped out on Joshua White and chased him into a shop, stabbing him multiple times with a 2-foot sword, all in front of a young kid who fell to the ground.
Oh, that's not his daughter. I thought it was his daughter. Okay, but that's still crazy. With a young child watching that shit happen is wild.
Chased. Unfortunately, Joshua would die from his injuries, but the gang wasn't finished there. They jumped back in the SUV and searched for more people. They eventually found someone else they recognized, who was with his partner and young child at the time, but this didn't stop them and they proceeded to stab him multiple times. Not long after the second stabbing, police were notified about the attacks happening out of an SUV, so while the group was looking for more people, they ended up getting into a police chase where they crashed the car and dispersed. All 3 attackers were caught. Around the same time as all of this happening, members of the Homerton and Holly Street gangs linked up and started calling themselves 98s. They started dropping music under the 98s name and instantly started gaining millions of views on their songs, but unfortunately their success was not long lived, with 4 of their biggest rappers on some serious charges looking at some serious time. Quite recently, 98s rapper DA, who had some big star potential, got sentenced to 28 years for a misidentification shooting.
28 years?
98's rapper Billy Billions is also locked up right now in relation to the same case, and if he's found guilty he'll also be looking at a long stretch. Another 2 98's rappers called KO and Hitman are also currently on trial for a 2022 murder of a London Fields member called KB. On August the 13th of that year, KB was attending a children's birthday party in Walthamstow, East London, when he stepped out the party to go to his car. 2 men who police claim is KO and Hitman were waiting for him and fatally shot him. Not too long after, KO dropped a song called Laughing Stock, which was quickly building up a lot of attention after recent events, but it was building attention in all the wrong ways. The police monitored this song heavily, which had a lot of incriminating lyrics. One lyric even described how the same gun which was used to kill KB was also used to shoot KB's older brother previously, which was something the feds didn't know until they listened to the song. It was
niggas, wait, hold on, wait. So they didn't know that until you put it in the song? Niggas is telling on themselves, whoa.
They found out by forensics that the same gun had been used in 7 different shootings before the murder. After heat from the song and other evidence, KO and Hitman were both booked for the murder. Not too long before this, another up-and-coming rapper from the London Fields side was also starting to look promising called Blacker, but once again his career was cut short after a shooting in 2020 with a submachine gun sprayed out of control, hitting several civilians outside.
13 shots at people in Children's Park, bro. Nah, yo, there gotta be a limit to what you're doing, bro. You gotta have some type of sense, nigga. You shooting at sis, bro. That's when niggas lose respect for you, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That's you wildin', bro. You can go shoot your op, bro. Cool, bro. That's between y'all. I can understand it, but you starting to shoot kids and sis, bro. That's when you lose respect from niggas, bro. Like, you're wildin'.
The Children's Park. That cop alongside the cab driver was sentenced to 35 years for the murder. Unfortunately, it seems like this feud has no signs of stopping, with many lives lost throughout the small borough. It's kinda crazy that this is all happening within a place where a lot of people believe to be one of the best places to live in London. But this turf war, which escalated from a group of innocent school kids having fistfights more than 2 decades ago, has made life living hell for many residents growing up in the borough. It's been your boy Kid Nerd, and stay safe.
Nah, I think that. Oh damn. I think the conclusion of that video, bro. Okay, all right. I didn't want to hear that, buddy. Did not want to hear that. But yo, I think the conclusion of that video, bro, is like.
Hackney.
Oh my god, the video keep playing, bro. Honestly, it just be sad to see that. You feel me, like. Because people that are just so close, within 5 minutes driving time, are killing each other, bro. Like, and at the end of the day, though, people are gonna, whatever they see they growing up, you can be strong and not be a part of that environment. But a lot of people aren't strong, bro. So they gonna do what they see other people doing. And once you see, like, you got an older brother, he outside, he killing, nigga, be on that same time, and so I'm gonna be on that. It's only a small percentage that's not gonna do that, bro. So feel me? Because a lot of people in this world are followers, bro. That's just what it is. So. Feel me? They gonna follow what they see, what the environment they're in. They gonna go follow that, bro. It takes you to use your mind, bro, your brain to not go do that, which is hard for a lot of people. But shit, it happens, bro. But what I can't respect is when niggas go shoot up somewhere, bro, like a park, bro, or somewhere where there's civilians, bro, going about their day. And you're going out there to try to catch it up, and you're misaiming shit. You hit a kid, or you hit somebody that's not even a part of it. But that's OD. I don't fuck with that, bro. But if you're going to go kill y'all both on the same time, and okay, do what y'all need to do. But when you killing sis, bro, can't rock with it, bro. But yeah, dub video, man. Shout out to Kid Nerd, man. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, make sure them post notifications on, man. Make sure you keep showing that love. I appreciate y'all. Y'all been showing me love, and I'm gonna keep dropping these daily reactions, man. Until then, though, I'm out of here. And go get that t-shirt, gang.